Have you ever drove down Stockton and noticed how many animals are in the street? And maybe you think to yourself, do they have a home? The amount of stray animals without homes in Stockton is a problem that should be solved by building more pounds in order to contain them. Anyone who has spent a lot of time in Stockton has probably noticed the high number of stray cats and dogs, which is bad for people and especially for the animals. When they live on the street, they live in poor conditioning and they don't have their needs met. Kay Reese in 2022 states 30 stray cats who might have been abandoned were rescued in a busy street, which explains the problem. This shows the enormity of the stray animal problem in Stockton, California. When animals are abandoned, it often leads to them suffering and nowhere to be put. In an article by G. Ports in 2022 states that there is not enough space to house all of the animals on the streets as the Stockton shelter gets full. Dogs were being kept in a waiting room in a Stockton pound due to the lack of space, states Gross and Stark in 2021. When pounds get too full, it causes a problem inside for the animals that are inside. A. Rocha in 2022 states that shelters struggle with an outbreak of bacteria infection. They later keep saying that shelters had to pause the intakes of new animals. There is a clear solution to the stray animal problem. The city of Stockton should build more pounds to control or contain the animals. This will lead to less animals on the street, less animals being euthanized, and less infections within pounds. In an article by Drong in 2022 states, although Stockton has yet not done this, a nearby city the city of Fresno built a new shelter this year. Young also states this space is used for 180 dogs and 50 cats and more room. Such a pound in Stockton would significantly help the stray animal problem, but Stockton should build several new pounds. ABC 30 in an article covered the Fresno crisis with their pounds and stated that the shelter that was open in Fresno that had this crisis due to the amount of animals it housed. In an article by Taub in 2022, the new Fresno shelter, although is a giant help, yet filled up 4 months after. There is a solution for stray animals to get off the streets, and the action should be immediately be taken. More animal shelters will allow stray animals to get off the dangerous streets without having them to get sick or being inside a crowded shelter. My cat was a shelter cat, and I'm really happy that I adopted her. But to go on, as the Fresno shelter shows, there is no reason that stray animals have to live without homes in the streets. Stockton will need to build even more shelters for this problem. Instead of being placed in a crowded shelter, they could lead animals to get sick. Animals should be placed in one of several newly created shelters where they should be safe and warm. It is possible to do something to end the stray animal problem, but action needs to be taken. I urge for all of you to act up now and help more animal shelters to be built in Stockton, California. Contact Stockton's mayor, Kevin Lincoln, at mayor@stocktonca.gov and his other social media. So his social media, his phone number, the website, and his email again. And let's pursue him on how important this problem is for our community and build more shelters in Stockton, California. I urge you one last time, please take action because these animals are not getting any help if we don't take any action. Thank you.